no plans at all. Evil man's always transcending. Fighter like sheep, swallow everything. Always simpletons or pretending.
This is your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. The other day, there was a multi-million-dollar settlement in a case in California having to do with dark money organizations influencing our elections. Many of those groups are funded by the puppet masters themselves, the Koch brothers. You remember the Koch brothers? They're the two guys who look somewhat like stretched foreskin with bow ties on and have enough money to feed every child on the planet, but instead they use that money to fund politicians who think starving children should just pull themselves up by their bootstraps, even though most of them don't have bootstraps or boots or straps or shoes or sandals or sometimes even feet. But some of them use crushed water bottles. They'll tie those to the bottoms of their feet. And so they should maybe pull themselves up by their crushed water bottles. And we learned from this court case that dark money groups funnel money to dark money groups, that then funnel money to dark money groups, that then funnel money to dark money groups. And the MC Escher circle jerk goes around and around until everyone's knee-deep in mischief. Sticky mischief. I was reading some of the names of these dark money, far right-wing groups. You got Americans for Prosperity, you got Americans for Strong Leadership, you got American Future Fund, and I realized something. Apparently, I hate Americans. Because it's Americans, apparently, in charge of obliterating the final vestiges of our democracy. Those motherfuckers. If I ever get my hands on an American, I'm going to tear him from sea to shining sea. Of course, the real reason these organizations are given Orwellian names is to make your average person think they're doing good stuff. So not only are these billionaire dipshits destroying democracy, they're also destroying our language. Now, every time I hear something with Americans in the title, I think, oh shit! Everybody cover your heads, duck, and tape up your buttholes, because Americans for cotton candy and cute babies is at the door. This is not a drill. But perhaps we can learn from this. One thing corporations need in order to keep hauling in their profits is positive brand recognition. So let's destroy their bullshit brand recognition and distort the natural cognition. For example, Chevron has been toxic dumping in the Amazon rainforest, so let's connect their name to toxic dumping. Example, oh man, I just chevroned in my pants. Indian food, every time. Every time. Monsanto has been sneezing and diseasing over all our food, so let's use that word to mean snot. This guy walked in and he just Monsanto right in my face. It was fucking repulsive. And use Goldman Sachs to mean ransack, and JP Morgan Chase to mean chlamydia. And to make it even easier, we could use rhyming slang. When you use a similar rhyming word instead of the original, so like instead of saying stairs, sometimes people say apples and pears. So since the way Walmart treats workers stinks like hell, how about we start saying, good God, someone just Walmarted in the elevator again. Ah, smells like a skunk was eating blue cheese. Like maybe a gorgonzola. And Papa John's Pizza is known for having horrible right-wing, fuck-everyone political stances. So when a guy's terrible in bed, instead of saying he had an awful dong, say he had a Papa John. You know, I have a dream when you'll see ladies at brunch just going, I wanted to date him, but he had a Papa John. He fucked me all the wrong ways. Making corporations fear for their brand power is one of the only ways average people can make them scared. In fact, after my last video on Chevron, when I told you to tweet what you thought of them suing their own toxic dumping victims, they noticed. They sent a tweet directly to me asking for my personal information so they could give me a phone call. And I responded, never! If you want my phone number, you're going to have to talk to the NSA or spend upwards of 3 minutes on Google. So there. The point is they noticed, and we got one step closer to changing the accepted thought paradigm. That's been your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. The music here at the end is Rebellion Politic by Junkyard Empire. If you want to support the show, become a member at LeeCamp.net. And I want to quickly give a shout out to some more of our Kickstarter supporters: Paula Nelson, Glenn Hogarth, James Gillette, Nathan Deebnow, Michael Ben, Joseph Seiko, Jared Black, Michelle Carrere, Punter, and Kelsey Horseman. Thanks. Keep fighting.
Corporate capital makes the government break their promise. It's a new day when people create the policy. The economy trickles up to eradicate the poverty. So get up, stand up. These are our demands. We want our money back, so politicians, get your hands up. Equal distribution.